Welcome back to the Freeport Podcast. It's been a while,
Indeed.
but here we are.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good to be back.
Yeah, and honestly, everybody's probably wondering why we've been gone so long. And there's really only one word to kind of explain it all, and life. It hits you, and when it hits you, it hits hard.
Yeah. But nothing too bad. I just
Nothing crazy.
You've been busy with school and work.
School, work.
Obviously, the
just-
holidays and
Yeah,
family.
it's crazy how we went from Halloween to Thanksgiving, Christmas, just like that.
Yeah, pretty
But-
much. And we just kind of wanted to give you guys an update because obviously it's been a while, and we would have liked to do something special with this, like a Christmas type special,
Like we did with the other holidays.
Yeah, but unfortunately, we're not able to really with that, and this episode might be a little bit shorter, but we hope you
We're
still
just winging
enjoy
it.
it. Yep, and
Yeah.
pretty much free range, and we just
So-
wanted to get back on here, right?
Yeah, and just really with the updates, in terms of how we are and everything, we're doing fine. School's going great. Let's just say that things are going a little bit faster for me than I expected, and I'm really excited. And I know Zach's wanting to really also focus on bringing up his career. By the way, if he didn't tell you, he is starting to do impersonations of different characters, and who knows where that's going to go. I'm excited for that. But either
yeah.
way, we're just thankful for all opportunities, and no matter what happens, while the content might not be constantly, pouring out, give or say, we're still going to give you guys
Pun intended.
quality content and prioritize just giving you guys the best content that we can.
Yes. Definitely.
Right.
So, should we get right into it?
Yeah, let's just
I
dive
guess,
right
with
into
the
it.
updates, or
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Cobra
updates.
Kai?
Yeah. So, entertainment updates, guys. Cobra Kai Season 6, Part 2 was just released a few weeks ago. And man, did we experience a great fight. I mean, Cobra Kai always has a signature fight. And honestly, somehow, it's always the unexpected.
yeah. I'd say it's definitely. I feel like it's been one of the better seasons, or at least this half
Yeah,
of the season.
I agree.
Than it has been in a while.
Yeah.
The ending was kind of crazy.
We're not going to spoil it,
Yeah.
but you should watch it
I
soon.
was gonna say, if we say something, spoiler
Yeah.
alert ahead of time. But
You had 3 weeks to watch it, people.
but
It was pretty. It was.
I
Crazy.
kind of want to ask you how you feel about certain things, but if you don't want to,
Well, let's just say this. It was definitely not what I expected, but everything
Oh yeah.
lined up. And the reason why they did what they did is because something like that had never happened across any Karate Kid or Cobra Kai
Mm.
universe in general. Never happened. For them to do that, flip the script 100%, and I definitely think fans appreciate it.
And there is supposed to be a new Karate Kid movie coming out.
Yes,
That's-
Karate Kid Legends. It's gonna be awesome. To be honest with you, I was the biggest fan of the one with Jaden Smith.
Right.
But I am really excited, and I understand that Ralph Macchio is also really excited about bringing the universe, or the Miyagi universe, or what is what they're calling it. Bringing that together in a sort of new fashion. I
'Cause
watched the trailer and it was really good.
Yeah, because he's gonna be in it.
Yeah.
Daniel LaRusso, right?
Yep.
So, excuse me. That's so. I'd imagine it would tie, and maybe some of it somewhat into with the show. Right.
They actually said it's 3 years after Cobra Kai.
Okay.
It's after those events. I really think what they're trying to do, which is something that I've been saying I've hoped for, is that I really want them to dive into Miyagi in general. Like, think about it. Like, how did this war hero come to end up in America, and end up being some kids from New Jersey's karate master? Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy, and I hope they kind of dive into that. And I feel like they are between the new movie and then who knows how season 6 is gonna end.
Because in the trailer that they recently released, when it shows
Very cool.
Jackie Chan's character, I
Yeah.
forget his name.
Mr. Han.
Okay. And that was his name in the one with Jaden Smith too.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So when he first shows up at Daniel Russo's or whatever,
Right.
he asked him, he's like, so you knew Mr. Miyagi? Or
Yeah,
something
he
like
says
that.
he's not here for Miyagi, he's here for
Yeah.
him, which is awesome.
So,
You know, which is cool because like I want Mr. Miyagi to be the focus, but I really want to like see what Daniel's like without just this burden of carrying Miyagi with him everywhere.
or
you know,
trying to constantly be
Right.
that or that.
And that it's cool that you said that too because I think in the trailer it's like 2 branches, 1 tree. Like it's gonna be really cool just to see how they kind of bring everything together. I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
But we also have other news because right after Christmas, literally December 26th, we are getting a season 2 of the K-pop, or not K-pop, but the K-drama phenomenon Squid Games.
Yeah.
It's gonna be awesome. I know a lot of people weren't so crazy when it first came out, but they watched it and they loved it. And I really think everybody's in the same boat. It's pretty different.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's kind of funny. I recently got my uncle onto the first season, or interested in that. So, right in time for the new season. So
Yeah.
I guess I didn't even realize it was coming out that quick until I
Yeah, I
checked the
know.
other day.
Well, it's
But-
crazy, because I think it's been a few years because, I think it came out when COVID first came out, or when COVID first happened, and then,
Right.
I mean, time's just kind of flown by, and here we are, season 2. They've already announced that there's going to be a season 3, and what we
That's
do
good.
know is that player 456, Ji-yoon, I think his name is, he's going to be coming back, or he's going to be back because he wants to try to end the games.
Right.
So I'm excited about that.
I'm interested to see if they do different games too, though. Like
Yes.
not all the same. In the trailer for it does
Right.
show some of the
It
same
does,
ones,
yes,
and
but
like,
some different things too. I think I
Right.
saw a carousel.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy.
but like, so obviously he knows or has a little bit, experience in it. Can maybe help some of
Right.
the other ones, but it would be interesting to see other stuff too. And
Yeah.
I think they are going to.
For
'cause-
sure. And I feel like even though they know, like even if all those people find or the other players find out that he played the game and won the game, I still feel like they're gonna be hesitant to really, listen to him. So it's gonna be really interesting to see that dynamic because we know he's trying to shut the games down. So I just wonder how long he's gonna survive.
Well, I wonder if the higher ups too, if they realize, that he was already a player,
They
if they
do.
try to switch some things up, even in the old games.
I feel like
to-
so they definitely do because I actually rewatched it last week. Season 1, I just
Yeah.
finished it the other day. And so when he picks up the phone, he's in a car ride, or when he gets onto the airplane or getting ready to leave because he wants to see his daughter. His daughter's down in the U.S.
Mhm.
and he wants to get her back. He literally calls them and says that he doesn't forgive them, and that he's pretty much gonna try to end the game or whatever. And they're
Mhm.
like, well, player 456, don't do anything crazy, get on the plane, and then he doesn't.
Right.
So I think they're expecting him,
Mhm.
and I also think that my whole theory, which I think has pretty much been confirmed too, is that the main character for player 456
Mhm.
and that one police officer who was trying to find his brother, those two are definitely going to team up, and I think they're going to try to shut the games down for good.
Right. Like it kind of left it open-ended and made you think
Right.
that he could have died, the
Right.
police officer. But then it shows him in the new
Right.
preview for
Yes,
it.
so that's cool. That we
Mhm,
get a
right.
little bit of a sneak peek.
Yes.
Um,
And for those who don't know, like I'm pretty sure you heard like about the writer of the Squid Games, how he kind of tried to
yeah.
pitch the show for a long time.
Right, and they denied it. So
Yeah.
just no matter what,
Just a side
Uh,
note, or pretty interesting
yeah.
that he was working on getting a
Yeah.
pitch for years, and finally Netflix picked it up, and then it became
so
a hit.
sometimes it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
Right.
And so if he did it, y'all can do it, we can do it. And yeah, I'm excited to see just what other content creators have and are wanting to share.
So a matter of when,
yeah.
when are we gonna talk about Christmas?
Yeah, well,
No.
I say we
was
jump
there any other?
before Christmas because honestly, we didn't really have an opportunity to talk about Thanksgiving.
Right.
Um,
Well, that was there any other updates you want to talk about?
No, I think that's pretty much it.
No highlights
Uh,
and games.
oh,
that-
you're right. Okay, so honestly, I feel stupid and awesome at the same time. If you guys remember in my sports segment, I absolutely crapped all over the Oregon Ducks. They barely beat Idaho, and I was talking mad crap. And right now, they're literally the number one team in the country. But with that being said, my Ohio State Buckeyes, despite having a devastating, heartbreaking, heart wrenching loss to the team that shall not be named, the Wolverines, they lost, but they just beat Tennessee convincingly, and I think they're coming against for some revenge against Oregon on literally New Year's, and I'm
Hmm.
excited to see that play out. And because what's happening is I know you're not big on football like that, but so pretty much the originally it was the
Mhm.
four best teams in the country went against each other to figure out who the last two teams would be. But a lot of colleges and they convinced the college committee to say,
Mhm.
hey, like let's give these kids a chance, and they end up bringing the playoff bracket to 12 teams.
Hmm.
So now things are a little bit more bigger because these college kids are getting money, they're getting paid,
Mm.
and they're really just trying to get them or just to build the brand in general. And it's kind of been an interesting dynamic this past
Hmm.
season.
Okay.
Right.
Interesting.
So a lot of cool updates with football. Just keep watching. Hopefully my Ohio State Buckeyes win it all.
Don't
We'll
break your
see.
heart again.
Yeah,
I'm
don't break my
joking.
heart again. I
Yeah.
don't want to cry and put
But
a bag over my head. And
anyways,
it was
other
embarrassing. You don't understand. We
you're right.
lost to an unranked team that we should have beat,
Yeah.
but it's okay. They're coming
What
back.
was the score?
Well, the game that we lost, it was 13-10. It was awful.
Okay.
But we just played Tennessee in the playoffs
Mm-hmm.
and destroyed them like 42-10.
Okay.
So we're back. We're back.
Okay. It's quite a
But
difference.
I'm thankful. And with that being said, let's talk about Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. How about stuff we're thankful
Yeah.
for?
Well,
Yeah.
I really Thanksgiving was great. Had a great time with the family, even though we watched a losing football game, but everything else was pretty solid. I'm thankful for a lot. I'm thankful for family. I'm thankful for friends. Work, just having the ability and the opportunity to be a student. And also just thankful for the freedoms that I have. Because of Christ, and just as I said, just very thankful. And yeah,
Yeah. Definitely. Obviously, I'd say family too, and faith as well. Um, I'd also say, health, like just
yeah.
pretty good health with
I should have said that
most of
too,
my
dude.
family,
Like
but
I never get sick.
right. Um, and yeah, I mean, yeah, it did seem like Thanksgiving went by really
It's
quick,
crazy.
but
It's beyond me.
hmm.
But here we are, Christmas.
Yep, and
Yeah,
we're gonna go to next year, but
yeah,
before we get there, I guess, uh, we want to talk a little bit about like what Christmas meant to us
yeah.
or means to
So
us, I guess.
Christmas is just a wonderful time. Obviously to spend with family, friends. Get all your loved ones together, and we exchange gifts, and just like I said, it's just a great time. But really, the greatest gift that humanity's ever gotten, happened. What I believe, the Bible says, you know, what is it like 2,000, 3,000 years ago, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a Bible verse actually to kind of give you guys the idea. Let's pull this up real quick. It can be found in Luke verses 9 through Luke 2 verses 9 through 10, and it says, "An angel of the Lord appeared to them, and the glory of the Lord shone around them, and they were terrified. But the angel said to them, 'Do not be afraid. I bring you good news that will cause great joy for all the people.'" And that good news is none other than our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Yep.
I mean, it was a great opportunity, and it was just amazing because, the fact that he came, here, and like God in general, somebody who's above us all, decided to literally come down in the lowest of lows, like being born in a major, being born into a poor life, a humble life, and then to ultimately grow into somebody that would sacrifice himself to save us all is just a beautiful thing.
Right. Definitely. Yeah, obviously I would say yeah, it's definitely about Jesus's birth. Um Obviously some people speculate, oh, how do you know the exact date or whatever, but I'm pretty sure it was around this time or
Yeah,
whatever. But and not only that, it's called Chris.
yeah,
Mess
right,
Christ
right.
is in the name,
And we're
but
not saying that telling your kids about Santa Claus is wrong, because I mean, like I tell a bunch of kids like Merry
right,
Christmas, be good because Santa Claus is watching you.
right.
But I also tell them Jesus is watching you too.
Right. Obviously, as a kid, you know, I'd say pretty much everyone or all of us, really enjoy the gifts or,
Of course,
are excited
of
about that.
course.
But yeah, definitely even above that, it's about, like you said, pretty much the greatest gift that of all, Jesus coming here, and then, the sacrifice he made for us to be free, or saved. And then, I'd say also family too, like
Yeah.
being able to give to other people,
Yes.
give back to other
Because honestly, it is better to give than to receive. 100%. I've learned that along the way. I love doing community outreach stuff and just being able to literally no pun intended, pour into other people.
people. Mm-hmm.
It's a great there's honestly just a great reward in that. Like it's just very fulfilling. To put yourself aside and to be like a part of a cause that's bigger than yourself. And that's whether that's sharing the good news, the gospel of Christ, or just offering your time to other people. That's a gift that people can appreciate and truly value.
Right. I was gonna say, like, even though, you know, um, well, I said as a kid, that we all really, are excited for the gifts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I noticed, more as I've gotten older and stuff. I'm not as concerned with that, or
Oh,
always really know
100%. I got a story for that
always
too.
really know what I want. But it's more so like trying to show other people that you appreciate them, and
Yes.
also enjoying the quality time with family or loved ones. So
Yeah, and honestly, my gram and my mom, the way they raised me, they'll tell you, straight up, like I never have an idea of what I want for Christmas, and it's just the way they raised me, like just not to be, not to chase after, materialistic things. It's not that those things are bad,
mm-hmm.
but it's nice to know that I have people that are more, they're more concerned about what they invest into me than rather what they just give me pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
They care about my heart, they care about my mind, like my soul, and just who I am as a person.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, that's more valuable than any regular gift that anybody could ever give me.
Right, definitely. Um, so yeah,
I mean,
I don't, not really sure if there's
yeah.
more we wanted to touch
But
on as far as
honestly,
that, but
guys, this is probably not going to get out. And it's probably by the time you guys actually see this, it's probably going to be after Christmas. Just because of editing and everything else. But we still hope that you guys enjoy this. Oh, I was also going to tell you guys, we do have an idea. Something that's going to be, we're not necessarily sure when, but it's being discussed. We're going to have a guest speaker. It's going to be Mr. Blair Hensley himself. And that's pretty much the owner of the restaurant that I work at. And the guy who pretty much gave me the name of Free Poor Nick. And kind of just, planted that seed to kind of help generate these awesome ideas.
should be good.
Yeah.
Should be good.
So, Merry Christmas, guys. Thank you. And
Yep.
we look forward to getting you guys more content out there.
Yes, definitely have a good one. And if we don't see you, Happy New Year.
Disclaimer. We're not trying to encourage you to get absolutely based. But what we are trying to do is encourage you to be better in other aspects of your life while we're entertaining you. And of course, while we're pouring freely.